power, the Force, and everything nice, of course. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little Padawan. But Master Yoddle accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction. Mini-chlorians. Thus, the power of the Force girls were born! Using their many ultra powers, Petal, Babbles, and Peanut have dedicated their lives to fighting intergalactic gangsters and the forces of negative space. The planet of Dagoblah. It's a desolate little place where cute, slithery creatures fall predator to larger, slithery creatures. Of course, this is where Professor Yoddle has gone into hiding. Here, he's made a home for himself with our lovable 3 heroes. Let's take a look inside and see what they're up to. What's this? No one home? Well, that's not right. I wonder where they could be.
Hi there.
Well, look at that. It's Babbles, one of the Power of the Force girls. But where is the professor and the other girls?
Oh, they're just doing some boring training exercises in the swamp somewhere.
Well, how come you're not with them?
I don't need any more training, because I'm already super awesome.
That you are, Babbles. Say, while you're here, everyone's been dying to meet you. Why don't you tell us about yourself?
You mean like show and tell?
Yes, we want to learn all about you.
Okay, well, I love to color, and here you can see me and my sisters, the Power of the Force girls, and we love to be the bad guys and save the universe. But I also like things that sparkle, and sometimes Peanut gets mad at me and thinks I'm dumb. But Petal always sets her straight, and then we play with dolls.
No, not like that. I guess they don't call you Babbles for nothing. Tell us the real story. Tell us how you got your start.
Okay, well, it all started when the professor came to Dagoblah. He was basically a hermit, hiding from an oppressive empire, waiting for the day when the twins who walked the sky returned or something silly like that. Days and nights went by. Weeks became months, months became years. Basically, he was bored and he needed someone to play with. Then one night, he came up with a great idea. So he went downstairs into a secret laboratory that he spent years building. There he has all kind of cool computers, gadgets, lots of mahoozits, and scientific experiments and stuff. The professor used power, the Force, and all kinds of things that are super awesome I love playing with. Together, he made a mixture of what would create the perfect little Padawan. So the professor started mixing the concoction, but he accidentally broke a nearby vat of...
Mini-chlorians.
Hey, who's telling the story here?
Sorry, I just really like saying that. Carry on.
During all this time alone, the professor really got to study the power of the brain. He learned that there are over a gazillion trillion links in the brain, and this is how thoughts travel. Well, thoughts are just energy. He was able to take thoughts and make new molecules and stuff. Of course, as soon as the mini-chlorians were added, super amazing life was created with the power of 3. It's really just
Babbles, you're babbling again.
Boom! Then there was a big explosion that threw the professor across the room. But when he woke up, he was so happy to see us. The Power of the Force girls.
Wow. So here he had been hoping for skywalking twins, but he couldn't wait. So instead, he created the triplets who walk the sky.
That's right. We love to fly. We do it all the time. We also have other superpowers, like we can run really fast, but we can also run really super fast like this. Sometimes, when I start running, I love it so much I just can't stop. Look, I've got the runs right now.
Well, I've got the runs too, but not like that.
We do have a lot of energy, so when we're not saving the universe, we love to dance.
Babbles, why don't you tell us about the other girls individually? Who's the leader?
Well, we always say that Petal is the leader, but really, I'm probably the most important. Petal is fearless, though, and a really good fighter. She's brave, but sometimes she gets herself into sticky situations. Mostly, she's an idealistic dreamer whose head is in the clouds, but she can fly, so she's usually in the clouds anyway. In her spare time, we have a band where she rocks a mean guitar.
And what about the mystery girl of the group?
That would be Peanut. She has the most attitude and is aggressive and very tough. She can kick some serious butt. She enjoys exploring dark worlds that are scary. Yet, on the inside, Peanut's really just a girly girl and the quickest to fall in love. But then, she gets moody again and looks for trouble in dark dwellings. She's so weird. In our band, she pounds away at the drums like nobody else.
The wild card for sure. And what about you, Babbles? What makes you special from the other girls?
Why, I thought you would never ask. I can fly really fast into stuff. I'm mostly cute and bubbly, but when I get angry, I can go ballistic. I love all things that are pretty with sparkles. I know I can come across as ditzy, but I'm actually a super genius and really good at computers. If you could see the world through my eyes, sometimes when you least expect it, my mind can comprehend numbers and sequences and algorithms to solve the toughest of conundrums.
Sure, Babbles. Whatever you say.
Oh, and I'm the singer of our super awesome, amazing band. We have the power of the force, and we are all lovely girls, of course. Petal loves books and lots of reading. I love glitter and sparkling. Peanut loves beating people up. Word power and force pearls, that's what's up.
Wow, great. Now that's all fun, but I understand that things aren't always roses for you and the girls.
That's right. Our galaxies are filled with some of the most dangerous villains, intergalactic gangsters, and the forces of
Negative space. Sorry, I'll stop doing that.
So there's all kinds of villains we have to fight.
That is where I come in. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Major Grievance.
No thanks, Major Grievance.
What?
Babbles is telling this story.
No!
One of the biggest issues taking over the galaxy is battle bots. They're everywhere. They march into cities by the gazillions. But they're no match for us. Peanut is especially good at kicking dozens of them down at a time.
You can stop BattleBots, but you can't stop me. I have a secret lab in a massive high-tech space fortress that builds itself.
Anyway, one of the villains is a notorious intergalactic gangster, Pizza the Hut. His right-hand man is Don't Eat Tuna. He's a problem.
He's a problem. He's nothing. Here's the real problem for you. It's my latest invention called Problems. They're the ultimate spying robot. From my high-tech fortress, I've constructed a sonic beam that is an inner trans-dimensional doorway. Here I can shoot the problems through the beam and send them anywhere in the galaxy to spy for me. Back in my fortress, I have a virtual observatory. No matter where my problems are, I can see everything they do with their 480 degrees vision. Of course, I only have 2 eyes to look at it all, but I'm still working on that. Regardless, I have problems hovering the cities across the galaxy. I am able to have eyes everywhere via my command center.
As I was saying, some people say that you can never eat too much pizza, but this is what you'll look like if you do. The Hut often calls on Don't Eat Tuna to order him takeout from his favorite fast food restaurants like OWK, Taco Fett, and Bespin King. Pizza the Hut is mean, but he's also lazy. Instead of doing the dirty work himself, he hires a gangly gang of bounty hunters, who are gangly.
Oh boy, looks like things are about to get ugly.
You bet. That all started with notorious bounty hunter Burrito Fett. He really likes Mexican food, so when he had a son, he named him Taco Fett. Later, Burrito Fett opened up a fast food restaurant named after his son. Anyway, one day Professor Yoddle chopped off Burrito Fett's head, leaving his son with a nasty vendetta. He grew up to become the leader of the bounty hunters. But you can imagine the confusion. Every time Pizza the Hut orders Taco Fett, the bounty hunter shows up, and every time he sends for the bounty hunter, Don't Eat Tuna orders fast food.
Wow, you're making me hungry.
And you are making me crazy.
So, Taco Fett bosses the rest of the bounty hunters around. The one he bosses the most is Boss. He's ugly. Then there's Dented, but I call him Toilet Paper Head. He's ugly too. Ruckus is always causing, well, you know. And there's 2 robots in the game. Zero Ram isn't very smart because he has 0 RAM. But IG-88 is pretty clever. He has eyes almost the whole way around his head, so the only way you can sneak up on him is to creep up from behind.
This is all crime on a small scale. This is nothing. I have developed massive weapons of intergalactic destruction.
That's okay. Professor Yoddle has cool computers that help us pinpoint the location of those weapons so we can destroy them.
Curse them!
There's lots of other alien monsters we have to fight, like the Stink, who doesn't smell very good, and the Rank Grr, who also doesn't smell very good, and an abominable snowman called a Yeti.
These are all child's play compared to the doom I can spell. I have power to crush an entire planet with my latest invention, a giant energy cannon which can harness the same energy crystals that make up
mini-chlorians.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
This power gives me the ability to change the fabric of
Negative space.
Okay, that is annoying. You can stop now.
Sorry.
With this massive power, I can then shoot the beams across the galaxy and take the most serene habitable planets and twist their climates with severe weather changes. Oceans once peaceful can be frozen into ice worlds, melting with extreme temperatures. I can play with intense weather conditions for fun before exploding the planet into a fiery inferno.
Too bad, Grievance. The professor is able to pinpoint planets in trouble. Plus, he spent years building his own high-tech garage that houses a sweet starship that lets us travel to distant worlds and visit alien metropolises. Our starship travels through space, wormholes, and other areas of matter yet to be discovered. It may not look easy, but we can surely fly through interplanetary weather conditions, hot or cold. Ultimately, we'll find and penetrate Major Grievance's fortress.
That is me, and you will be most grievously doomed. Get it, grievous? I can't get sued for that, can I?
The only thing that would doom us for sure is if you created a self-aware steel element that grows at an alarming rate. A self-propelling weapon that could take over the far reaches of space, negative space, and cyberspace all at the same time.
Funny you should mention that.
Major Grievance? You are a major pain in my butt.
Are there any other major pains out there, Babbles?
Well, there's the bland people, but they're pretty boring. It's much worse when the villains all gang up on us together, but we fight to the finish. From their own civil wars. And when I save the day, people always celebrate with fireworks and shout my name over and over. Yay, Babbles! Yay, Babbles! Yay, I was merely demonstrating my ability to break the fourth wall with our audience.
And so, in Babbles' mind, the day is already saved, thanks to the power of the Force Girls!
This episode was brought to you by Girl Power.